What's up, guys? It's the fangirl who waited, Jenny here. I hope everyone's doing well. I know it's been a long time since I've done a reaction video. I'm terrible with gaps between uploads. I'm gonna get better with that, I promise. Before I forget, check out my pink room, guys. Isn't it beautiful? I have wanted a pink room ever since I was younger, and the best part about living on your own is the fact that you can do whatever you want. And after all these years, I finally have a hot pink bedroom, and I'm so happy, and I love it, and I hope you guys like it too. It's also a great background for shooting videos. I didn't even realize when I did that, but that was a plus. Anyway, so today we are going to be reacting to the Gossip Girl reboot, the pilot episode. I honestly have no idea what to expect, but I was a huge fan of the original. I don't know how this one's gonna be. We'll see. Um, One thing I should put out there is it is 2021, so I probably should put out this disclaimer as I do not condone anything in the Gossip Girl verse. I'm well aware that my faves in the original were problematic, that the everything in the Gossip Girl verse is not things you should do in real life. I am just here to fangirl and have a good time. I do not condone any of this behavior. This is just for entertainment, so just putting that out there. What do we know about this series so far? Which is not a lot. Um, the Gossip Girl Instagram has been pretty active in the last few months promoting the show, which is because I think they really want to showcase how social media is going to affect Gossip Girl this time around, which is interesting. The funny part about the Instagram is I'm sure this has to do with COVID restrictions, so I'm not faulting them too much for this, obviously, which is they did not do promo photos with the new cast for a while. So at first, the Instagram was promoting this new series with season one photos of the original cast, which got everyone super excited for a minute. I mean, I definitely was, and then we all figured out, that they aren't gonna have the original cast. So I got very sad. I got very excited and very sad in like a span of 5 minutes. But anyway, so I thought that that was funny. The one thing we do know is Kristen Bell is returning as the voice of Gossip Girl, which I love because her voiceover was just iconic. I feel like Gossip Girl in general was just a really iconic show. I've seen pictures of the new cast. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high. Again, I was a huge fan of the original show, so we'll see how it goes. And let's watch and see what this is all about. So first off, I like how they shot that blonde girl on the train, and I know that they were trying to um kind of recreate, Serena showing up at Grand Central. So that was a nice, ode to the original. That was a cool shot. So, okay, it's really super weird to see teachers at Constance. I mean, I know they existed in the original show, obviously, but like they were so, they were like never really referenced. So, it's just weird seeing kids in the Gossip Girl verse actually interacting with the teachers. I don't know. However, it is cool that one of the teachers used to go to Constance with the original class. That's interesting. I love how the best person that they um like that the person that was their favorite was actually Nate. It's probably because he ended up never really being anything. I think he was the most boring out of, you know all five of them, honestly. But anyway, I mean, it's a nice throwback again, so that's good to see. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I thought this cast would be like way hotter than they are. I mean, compared to the original cast, like these characters are just not as good looking as I thought they were gonna be. Even like the uniforms are not as put together as the original cast uniforms were in terms of like the constant uniform and everything like that. I always really loved what Serena and Blair did with their uniforms. Like they were just really tailored to their characters and stuff, and how they walked in the uniform and how it fit them. I just always thought that that was really cool. I did like that they used Super Rich Kids in the background scene in the courtyard. I always love that song, and that song always fits really well in dramas like this. So that was a cool music choice. As far as Jules and the sister, I guess they plan on making their relationship kind of Serena and Blair ish. That's the vibe I'm getting, or it might be different. Who knows? But we'll see. I'm not getting a strong feeling. Strong like, you know, but like it's not really pulling me in yet. But we'll see. Hopefully that changes. So I thought it was a really sweet twist that Julian and Zola knew each other this whole time, and that they were actually friends. And now Julian's trying to like incorporate her into the group and stuff. That was cute. So we'll see how this goes or unravels in some way. I would think. I like that they have one of the boys there that is actually doing good in the world and stuff. It reminds me of how Dan would be if he was born with money. So that was that's kind of cool, and it's also nice that somebody in the group has a conscience. I guess I'm guessing he might be the only one out of all of them from how it stands so far. That one line about Chuck and Blair when they were reading the Gossip Girl blog when one of the teachers was like, Chuck Bass losing something no one knew he had, his heart, and it just brought me back, and that was just so nice. Oh God, I miss the original Gossip Girl so much. So, okay, am I the only one, like, seriously creeped out by these teachers and, like, their obsession with these kids? Um, and they're just being really freaking dramatic about it, too. Like, you ready to do some good and save the world? I mean, I know that these kids might not grow up to be the best people, but, like, saving the world, like, are you serious? um, I just think it's creepy. Like it really is. I don't know why I mean, I understand that like the kids are kind of ruining their lives and like getting the teachers fired and stuff. But and that's terrible. I get it, but like this is a little extreme. Um, Kristen Bell's voiceover just hit me right in the feels, like unbelievably. I just love her wordplay. Like I'm gonna crack your cache. Like that's. I just love her as the Gossip Girl character. Like nobody could have voiced this like she does. This just brought me back to the original so much. I'm 20 minutes in. That was probably my favorite part of the whole episode so far. Um, she just brought this to life, and I think her voiceovers might save the show. At least that's just what I think at the moment. that line that Julian said about the scholarship, when Zola asked, well, did someone deserve it more than me? And Julian goes, why would you care if someone deserves something more than you? It just shows what a different level that these kids are on in terms of they could just buy anything and anyone, and it really doesn't matter who deserves it more because they have more money. I think that's a really good summary of like the Gossip Girl universe as a whole. It's sad, but I mean, it's how their world is, you know. I can definitely feel the social media focus on this version of Gossip Girl, like, like way, well, social media didn't really exist in the original incarnation, but this one, it really does focus on the fact that, like, the person on social media that people like the social media presence that people have is not the same person as they are in real life. um it's and I think that's a good thing to bring up, especially in the world we live in now. It's sad when Zola was talking about Julian, and she was like, that wasn't the same person I've been getting to know this whole time. Like, when I met her in front of everyone, that wasn't the version of Julian that I knew. The fact that that teacher like stood outside the window and watched Zola and the guy whose name I forgot get undressed, and these teachers, like, they are creepy. They are ridiculously creepy. I I don't even know what to say about it. Like, this is, and the fact that, like, technically in this show, like, these kids are underage. I mean, just no. And I mean, I just I okay, it's one thing if they wanted these. Okay, the him standing outside that window is not okay on any level. But as far as the teachers in general, they're taking this like too seriously, and I don't know how we're supposed to feel about them as viewers. I mean, because I am definitely not on their side right now on like any level, despite what the kids do to them. I feel like if they were do like if this was just comic relief with the teachers trying to like just mess with the kids, it would have been it would have gone over better if they tried to be funny about it. But they're actually serious with it. Like, it comes off as so unbelievably creepy. It's just ew. Like, no, like, what the hell are you doing? So the fashion show, I mean, it just makes me sad because let me just point out, and again, I said this in the beginning of the video, but I am really biased because I am such a huge fan of the original incarnation, but like, none of these outfits are even close to Serena and Blair level outfits. Like, nothing. Like, the Gossip Girl's fashion was just the most iconic thing. Like, when you saw someone, I mean, even the extras, like, when you saw a picture of someone, like, you can instantly tell, like, someone was from Gossip Girl. Like, it was just such a different look than anything that was on TV at the time. Just and especially with how important looks always were to everyone on that show. I expected way more um from this show. I really did. Again, I don't mean to judge so harshly, but this is Gossip Girl. Like, fashion and Gossip Girl was one of the biggest things on the show, and like, they really should have did more. But that's just my 2 cents. I do like the reveal about Julian not always having money. I am interested in more of her backstory now. I think that's really cool to be able to see someone that's not been born into money. So I think that's gonna be a cool development. Z's dad is a sweetheart. I know that they're pushing him to be like sort of the Rufus Humphrey, but I don't see him like that. Like Rufus and Lily, let me just say, I never rooted for parents on like a teen show like I rooted for Rufus and Lily. And I am still so angry that Lily didn't choose him in the end because he loved her so damn much, and I am still so bitter about that. And I miss them. I really don't know. I can't see how Gossip Girl messing with the kids made everyone be nice to the teachers all of a sudden. I don't know how we got from point A to point B with that, because as far as we know, the kids have no idea that the teachers are Gossip Girls. So what the hell exactly? I don't know. The only thing I could think of that sort of makes sense is obviously Gossip Girl could be anyone. So the kids are just gonna start being nice to everyone, which I don't think they're gonna do that. So I think that part was kind of silly. Um, okay, can someone please tell me what the fuck I just watched? Oh, okay. So a lot of things to unpack, I guess. All right. Like, is it weird that still at the end of the episode, Kristen Bell's voiceovers are still the best part of the show as a whole? Like, this is gonna sound strange, and a lot of people might not agree, but I almost wish that this show they should have made this into an audiobook about a bunch of new students, but it'd be an audiobook, so it would just be Kristen Bell as Gossip Girl narrating the entire thing. And I think it would just be epic because her voiceovers get me excited about what's going on, but then when I actually watch what's going on, it's not exciting. Again, I might be alone in that. I think it would be a great thing. Um, okay. So first of all, which is I guess the biggest twist is the fact that like it is the pilot, and we know already who Gossip Girl is. Which I guess they're trying to be really different from the original. I get it, and just because I get it doesn't mean it's good, but I get it. Um, I mean, the teachers are creepy AF. Like, the whole situation is just ridiculously creepy. I know I've pointed that out repeatedly in this video, but I just can't get over just how creepy the whole situation actually is. Um, I don't know what they're going to do, with the, and the other thing is, I mean, that I'm kind of excited about is in the original, it made it seem like that damn Humphrey kind of passed down the torch or passed down the laptop, if you want to get technical, and it made it seem like at the end of the original that Gossip Girl was still going, because the voiceover at the end was like, "Who am I now? I'll never tell." So the fact that like Gossip Girl hasn't been active this whole time in the last decade made me sad. Um, I mean, again, like it's a twist. It's different. It's weird. I don't like it. As far as everybody else, I mean, I'm not really that emotionally attached to anybody, which is not a good thing in terms of who I am, who I know I am as a viewer, because um I get, if I don't get emotionally attached to people in the pilot, then like, it doesn't usually happen later. I mean, I guess the whole thing is, and I'm trying not to compare it so much, but I can't help it, is the fact that, like, the original Gossip Girl totally grabbed your attention. Like, from the first minute we see Serena, like, show up in Grand Central, and then everybody gets the blast, and then you see, like, Serena's here? What? Oh my god. And then, like, you knew that there was such a history there between her and Blair, and you just wanted to know, like, what the hell happened between these two. Like, who is this beautiful blonde woman, and like, why is her return, like, shaking up everyone's life and turning it upside down. And it, like, Gossip Girl, I feel like it was a perfect storm in terms of, the actors and the characters and the character development and, like, the fashion, and just everything made it like this amazing thing. And it really was just, it was so different than anything on TV that we've seen. And like, it was amazing. And the other thing, and I also might be biased about this because I am from New York, but I mean, the the original Gossip Girl, like, Gossip Girl's version of New York made me want to be in that New York, even though, I am from New York and I've seen those places. But I mean, it's Gossip Girl's New York was just so, like, you knew it when you saw it, and it really pulled you in. This Gossip Girl, I did not really look at it cinematically, like, that looks like set so amazing, like all those different places, like even the bar that the kids went to, it just looked like some random party. And like, it wasn't like that in the original. Like, every party, every club that they ever went to looked like the most amazing thing in the world. um I mean, again, like, I know I'm judging this show harshly, but like, they have big shoes to fill, and I know that there was probably a lot of COVID restrictions and all of that. So I take that into consideration. But I mean, the characters did not grip me. I mean, I do kind of feel for Julian and Z. I want to know, like, what's gonna happen with them. Everybody else is just kind of, they're just there. Uh, it's just, it's not Gossip Girl, you know? And I mean, and again, and this is probably really petty of me, but I feel like they should have, like, named it Gossip Girl, The Next Generation, or something like that. The fact that they just called it Gossip Girl just offends me, because, I mean, this might be some people's first first exposure to this universe. And like, they that makes me sad, because it's, the original Gossip Girl was iconic, and that is not this. um I guess you could say maybe this generation will enjoy it more, because I mean, but I always think my generation was better for everything. But I think every person says that about the things they grew up with. I mean, if I just hope that people who see this have enough sense to watch the original, because I mean, don't what I'm saying is, don't judge Gossip Girl on this, because this is not Gossip Girl. If you want to see what Gossip Girl is supposed to be, go back and watch the original, and you will not be disappointed. As far as the future of this show, I don't know. I honestly, I'm gonna keep watching for the voiceovers and the name drops, and see if maybe I can get an emotional attachment to these characters. I did read recently that maybe during season two they're gonna bring back some of the alumni from the original, because they want to flesh out the new stories for the new the new people, which I get, but I also really don't think that this show will last another season. Um, Again, like it's I'm gonna see how this goes. Again, the other thing that I forgot to mention was maybe it's because it's on a different network. The original Gossip Girl was on CW. This show is on HBO Max. That might be why it's different. Um, oh, and I just want to say, since anyone who watches this probably, or even if you've seen the episode, they spoiled it in the episode anyway in terms of, Dan being Gossip Girl. And I'm gonna touch on this on another video, but I just want to say this now, and I'm a huge Dan and Serena shipper, so that's, I'm already partial to them anyway, but like, I, a lot of people gave Dan Humphrey a lot of shit for, you know, him being Gossip Girl, and I get, like, as far as continuity, it doesn't make much sense because I can't think of any at the top of my head, but off the top of my head, but there were times where, like, it couldn't, like, couldn't have been him. Like, it would have, it would have made, like, there's no way, like, he could have been Gossip Girl. Um, and a lot of people just are really uncomfortable with him, being Gossip Girl just to get closer to Serena. But I will always stand by what he said in terms of the only way I could, be in her world is to write myself in it. And I agree. I mean, because you gotta think, Dan Humphrey didn't just fall in love with a woman who happened to have money and happened to come from a family with money. Like, he fell in love with Serena van der Woodsen. Like, she was the it girl at the time. Like, her face was on page 6 every weekend. Like, how could he have even interacted with her? Like, so I feel like people give him a lot of crap for that, and they shouldn't. Again, like, and you have to remember, like, Dan Humphrey may have written himself into her world, but she fell in love with him because of his character and, like, him as a person. So, um, so that's it for me, guys, for now. Before this video gets too long. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. Let me know if you think I was being too harsh. Just let me know what you thought about the characters, about the show in general. I am definitely probably gonna do a reaction to the original Gossip Girl, to the pilot, just because I long for better times. But don't I always? So anyway, so please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time, okay? Love you guys. Stay safe. Bye.